After 3 days of grueling labor, the first madame finally gave birth, but bad news struck. The seventh prince is comatose, clinging to life. People whisper that this newborn, the madame's daughter, is incredibly cursed. Before her own mother could even hold her, a wet nurse rushed the newborn onto a carriage and banished her to their manhwa ancestral home. Coincidentally, from that day on, Yue Banban's unlucky reputation, all was set in stone. Wonderful, the seventh prince has finally awakened. Madame, the rumors of that wretched girl's curse have already spread everywhere. By the third morning, the Marquis's wife passed away. Meanwhile, in the Anhui ancestral home, Yue Banban's life was far worse than any servant's. Starting at age 4, she was banished to the backyard for hard labor, hauling, water chopping, wood washing, and sweeping. Her hands were constantly covered in chilblains. Having barely survived to 16, the greedy relatives planned to marry her off to a sketchy family. But just then, the Marquis's mansion in the capital demanded her return to act as anhik, a medicine primer. When Yue Qianwu fell ill, the doctor prescribed Banban's blood as a cure. The repeated bloodlettings killed the original host, allowing a modern soul to wake up in her body. Back in the capital, the stepmother's servants muttered, "Who knew that wretched girl would actually return to the capital? Think she'll come back to cause trouble for us." Well, returning to the capital is better. At least she won't be sold off by those parasites in Anhui. The day before her departure, your old servant also heard they had already arranged a marriage. That family's son is a fool who just wants a wife to carry on the lineage. Although you second miss are rumored to be... Oh, the cursed soul, their plan was to discard the mother once you bore them a son. You are a Marquis's daughter after all. Even if they shun you now, they might accept your child later. And even if they don't, so they feel marrying a Marquis's daughter gives them immense face in a small town like Anhui. They offered 100 taels of silver for you, and the greedy elders at the ancestral home were thrilled. We have arrived at the capital. Look, the city gates are right ahead. Seventh prince, are you all right? Quick, get in. Summon the royal physicians to the Prince of Li's estate. Hurry. Banban, after 16 years, you are finally back. You have grown into such an exquisite and beautiful young lady, even lovelier than Qianwu. It is so good to have you home. Yes, indeed. Now that you are back, your sisters... illness can finally be cured. Yes, absolutely, Banban. You must eat plenty of nourishing food. Only when you... stay healthy can we extract plenty of blood. If it weren't for your sister's illness, you would never have had the chance to return to the capital. You must show some gratitude. Stop por. Quick, go draw her blood now. Don't delay. I would be absolutely delighted to serve as elder sister's medicine primer. However, I had an exhausting journey through thick dust storms and swallowed quite a bit of dirt. My blood is likely contaminated and won't make a good medicine right now. Why don't I rest for a day? Once I've recovered, you can use it. Don't worry, I will be a perfect blood bank and make sure elder sister is completely cured. Quick, take the second miss to rest. What a sensible girl. Escort her to her room. Serve her pig liver today. Make sure she eats plenty of it. Wait, what? The seventh prince is dying. Marquise, I heard that when Banban returned to the capital yesterday, her carriage collided with the seventh prince's. The prince was thrown right out of his carriage and crashed directly into Banban au Menos. It's terrifying. Marquis Banban cursed the seventh prince when she was born, and now she has harmed him again. If the emperor unleashes his fury on our family, how will we survive? Exactly. So what are you suggesting? Why not marry Banban to the seventh prince to ward off his illness? I've heard his condition is fatal, and the emperor knows it. They call it a lucky marriage, but really they just want someone to accompany him in his last moments. The emperor is just showing a final act of kindness, not wanting his son to pass away without ever experiencing marriage. So whether she is a curse or not, the emperor probably doesn't even care. No one else would ever marry him anyway. If we send Banban now, the emperor will surely be grateful to our family. I only suggest this for our household's sake, and for yours, Marquis. You are always so understanding. If you hadn't warned me years ago, the emperor would have held a grudge and we wouldn't enjoy our comfortable lives today. Still, marrying Banban off is a minor matter compared to curing Qianwu. If Banban enters the Prince of Li's estate, we will never be able to harvest her blood again. Qianwu's health is important, but to me, Marquis, you are far more critical. We can find other cures for Qianwu, but I will never risk anything that might bring harm to you, Marquis. After Chao Shukin passed away, the concubine, Xianxia, was elevated to the status of primary wife. Thus, Yue Qianwu became the legitimate eldest daughter of the Anyuan Marquis mansion. Is Yue Jingrong trying to curse my son to death on purpose? What on earth is he scheming? Well, your majesty, it seems he is tired of being the marquis. Actually, letting the Yue girl marry over might be for the best. Rumors have claimed for years that she curses Changhua. This time, they returned to the capital on the exact same day and even collided. It must be fate. Let's send her to the prince's estate to serve him, since the physicians can't cure Changhua anyway. Let them face the end together. It will resolve their ill-fated karma, preventing any further entanglements in their next life. Don't you agree, your majesty? I just pity Changhua being sick since childhood. And at least he'll have a companion at the end. After some deliberation, Emperor Tianshun drafted an imperial decree for their marriage. Yue Banban, get in the bath, you literally stink. Maybe because she's getting married. Once she leaves the family, her curse won't affect the eldest miss anymore. You mean Shanwu's illness was also caused by Banban's bad luck? Just a guess only. Wait, did I actually transmigrate and into some unloved daughter, no less? Also, this seventh prince, he's definitely been poisoned. Yue Banban, are you really fit to marry into the Prince of Li's estate? Don't you dare. And that bring trouble to our family. Don't worry, I won't. I'm father's sweet, obedient girl. I just can't bear to leave everyone and want to stay a few more days. And to get closer to my beloved family. Still a husband, literally falling from the heavens. If I don't claim him, wouldn't I be ungrateful to the heavens? A sedan chair carried by 8. So the Yue family's second daughter really does curse Prince Li, just like they say. Just bow a few times and call it a day. The newlyweds may enter the bridal chamber. Look, the marriage is real, but consummating it is out of the question. The seventh prince can't handle any strain, understand, don't go throwing yourself at him like a desperate country girl. Sure, our prince is handsome, but he's still a dying man. You need to behave. Don't worry, I'll behave, since he still has a breath left. But I should hurry and get pregnant so he has an heir. That way Consort Jin has someone to live for. Otherwise, she'll waste away, and even the Empress won't be able to watch. Still, we can't kill him just to get a baby. The royal doctor said he's hopeless anyway. Let's just focus on the next generation. I thought this whole healing marriage thing was ridiculous enough, but sending you to do it? That's even crazier. What, looking down on me, or are you afraid of my curse? Neither. I don't look down on you, and I don't believe in curses. I just don't think they should buy into those stupid rumors, let alone ruin your life over them. Ruin my life how I don't know if I have a day or two left, or maybe 3 to 5. The doctors say it's a matter of days. But you'll be stuck living alone in this mansion for the rest of your life. You can never remarry or have a real family. You'll have nothing but loneliness and a cold, ruthless royal family. Are you sure you want this? Is all that actually true? I'll be all alone in this mansion, nobody to talk to but servants. The royal family will ignore me because I was just a good luck charm. I can't even go back home or see my family whenever I want. No remarrying, no husband, no kids. Is all of that true? Scared now. It's fine. The capital says you'll curse me to death, but I don't buy that rubbish. We're married, so it must be fate. But I won't ruin your life. If you want out, I'll tell my parents, and we can annul this marriage right now. Shut up! Don't you dare get in the way of my dream life. I finally hit the jackpot, and I haven't even gotten to enjoy it, and you're already talking annulment dream on. You call this a good thing? Duh, no husband, no kids. No annoying man nagging me, no in-laws breathing down my neck. This entire palace will be mine. I can lounge all day, do whatever I want. Eat what I want, go where I want. Hey, the imperial court gives me a monthly allowance, right? Of course. Good. I am Prince Li's consort after all. If I live like a beggar, it's the royal family that loses face. This was caused by a drug. Someone poisoned you. Your bones are fine, but the swelling in your legs is severe. They're totally deformed. You must suffer from constant palpitations, shortness of breath, and extreme fatigue. Sometimes so bad you can't even stand. It's a blood flow issue. Your heart can't keep up with your body's needs. Fixing this is easy for me, but I don't really want to fully cure you. Let's make a deal. I'll keep you halfway sick, enough to keep you alive, but not fully recovered. Your pain will ease, but you won't be running marathons. Understood. You know medicine. I've analyzed your situation. You have a special status. If you fully recover, you'll get dragged into the battle for the throne. That's terrible for our household's peace and quiet. Power struggles are exhausting. You either get murdered or work yourself to death. I'd rather live. If you're only half cured, you can't run for emperor, but you're still a prince. We can just enjoy our wealth and do absolutely nothing. Doesn't that sound amazing? How can you say that I must leave an heir for the prince? She's already planning my funeral. No, I have to be sensible. just throw myself at you because you're handsome. Don't get any ideas. Oh, right, you don't have the strength anyway. Where did you learn medicine? I never heard about Miss Dai of Anyuan Mansion being a doctor. Well, you heard about the eldest daughter, not me. Take this. What's this? Doesn't matter. You're dying anyway. And I'm not stupid enough to murder my ticket to a luxurious life. I'm thirsty. Take this heart-reviving pill. In an hour, your chest tightness and fatigue will vanish, and the swelling will go down. But it's no magic pill. To cure you completely, you'll need to take this for 10 days straight. 10 days... Yes, I'm just that good. But like I said, you were poisoned years ago. Even though the traces are barely visible now, the residual poison has been eating away at you. Purging it all in 10 days is no myth. I can do it, trust me. Is that true? Absolutely. Then, will you cure me? Only if you do exactly as I say. I will. Good. So we won't cure you. Trust me, it's for your own good. Rest up, I'm going to explore. I grew up in the countryside. I finally made it to Prince Li's estate, so let me look around. You're supposed to be taking care of him, not wandering off. You just got married, and you're already running off. Is our handsome prince not enough for you? Get back inside and get pregnant. Keep it down, he's sleeping. He just fell asleep, which is exactly why I stepped out. Besides, I want to explore. I've never seen a palace this massive. Honestly, it looks way bigger than my family's estate. What nonsense, a marquis is nothing compared to a royal prince. You really are a clueless country bumpkin. You're so right, I really have no clue. I was sent away the day I was born. I only spent 3 days at the Marquise's estate before they shipped me here. Show me around, please. Wow, there's actually a lake. Oh my gosh, a mountain. Wow. Look at all these servants and all these courtyards. Oh wow, you're going to be the absolute death of me. Look at him not even flinching or out of breath. That is great. I was raised in the countryside and did hard labor my whole life. I was gathering firewood on the mountain at 4 years old. A mere 2 hours is nothing to me. Is this an exam? Is that really something to brag about? Don't you know why you were sent to the countryside in the first place? Because you jinxed our 7th Highness. You jinxed him at birth. You jinxed him when you returned. You are just targeting him. Is this never going to end? Can't you just ruin someone else? I didn't want this either, and honestly, it's not even my fault. I finally get back to the capital, and his carriage crashes into mine. Now he's dying, and they drag me here as a good luck charm. What kind of life is this? Why is he so obsessed with ruining only me and you, old man? You are all bark and no bite. You claim you look down on him, but you still asked what he likes to eat. At least he has a princess consort now. To bury the prince. I'm not picky about food. Growing up in the countryside, I'd eat whatever leftovers were given to me. I'll gladly eat your scraps. Even the leftover food in this palace is better than what I used to have. I'm easily satisfied. What a sin. The Yue family is truly cursed. Fine, just wait here. I'll go make arrangements. Look at you, thin as a toothpick. I'll have the kitchen stew some meat. We never used to give the prince such greasy food, fearing it would be too hard to digest. But we don't have to worry about those taboos anymore. Your Highness, just tell me what you want. We should eat whatever we want. At this stage, you should just eat whatever you can manage. Usually when people talk like that, death is right around the corner. Can you come over and help me up? Since it is your first day, it is only right that I eat with you. I actually feel a bit more energetic today, and I'm not even out of breath after talking so much. Well, I think you are just experiencing that final surge of energy before dying. Let's eat. Stop being dramatic. If you're not hurting, eat more. You need strength to recover. I just meant you should stuff your face while you still have the chance. Every meal could be your last. I just walked around the entire estate. Growing up in the countryside, I've never seen such a beautiful mansion. This really opened my eyes. This isn't just a house, it is a massive garden. I would gladly stay here forever. But some servants in your manor seem off. They pretend to look at me with curiosity, but they are actually watching and judging my every move. But not everyone is like that. They seem split into 2 factions. How could you tell their eyes are suspicious and their actions don't match their work? They're holding brooms to sweep, yet they keep brushing the same spot, without ever gathering the leaves into a pile. I've swept floors for over 10 years, so I know exactly what that means. It means they are distracted. They aren't actually sweeping, they're just putting on a show while their minds are elsewhere. So exploring was just a clever excuse to scout out the manor. I thought you said you just wanted to slack off. Look, I want an easy life, but I don't want to get murdered. Slacking off has one major prerequisite, which is that this place must actually keep me safe so I can coast along doing absolutely nothing. I bet those spies were sent by your rivals, probably your brothers, since your family actually has a throne to inherit. Anyway, let's eat. Once we're done eating, I'll give you acupuncture to help with the swelling in your legs. But like I said, we can't let you recover too quickly, and we certainly can't cure you completely. Recovering too fast raises suspicion. If you are fully cured, my easy life is over. It's getting dark. You should return to the palace. I must stay. The Empress ordered me to hear the Princess and Seventh Highness consummate the marriage with my own ears. The Empress actually has that kind of hobby. You're going to eavesdrop. Does the Empress want you alive or dead? I'm not talking trash behind her back. I just want to understand where the key players stand. We need to know our enemy right. I've been weak since childhood. And my mother passed away early. The Empress raised me. She is not my birth mother, but she's closer than one. Then she is a good person. Maybe she really just wants you to leave behind a child. And some emotional comfort. What a pity. Why is the door open? Are you trying to freeze him to death? What are you doing? Take off your pants, or I can't do acupuncture. Do you want to heal? Can you needle somewhere else? Where you tell me where? The swelling in your legs is severe. Even if you recover, your legs will be useless without treatment. Don't worry, in my profession, we've seen it all. I won't even bat an eye. Right then, look at the needle. Why are you staring at me? Oh, right, the needle. I'm looking. Wipe your drool first, and don't touch me. It's bad for you. You should have a proper understanding of your own looks. I'm already in this state. What understanding should I have? Fine, I get it now. Are you cold? I'll remove the needles in 15 minutes. Since you took the heart vitality pill today, we can skip your chest, but we must do it tomorrow, or you'll feel weak again. I have more pills, but I don't want to give them to you. The imperial physicians will check your pulse. If you take another, they'll easily detect your recovery. We can't let them find out. Once they do, our lives get difficult. Our lives will get incredibly difficult. Can you tell me where you got these needles? Everyone knows you are gravely ill, so I had to prepare. As for my medical skills, I learned them from a traveling doctor in the countryside. Don't look down on those traveling doctors. True masters are found among the common folk, unlike those old fogies in the Imperial Medical Academy. Like I said, I can treat you, but not completely. Still, your fatigue and swelling will disappear. You just can't let others see it. I will teach you how to fake it. Yes, just cough like that. Doing it a few times is the perfect signal. You must show everyone that you aren't recovering. All right, what else? Nothing else. Anything more would ruin my plan to just lie low. As long as you stay sick, we have nothing to worry about. I won't cause trouble. I'll just lounge around, eat at mealtime, and sleep when it's dark. This bed is so comfortable. Yue Banban, wake up. You haven't. Removed the needles yet, Yue Banban. After all that, it turns out. You didn't hear a single word. Our poor Seventh Highness is still sick, and you are being so heartless. Ah, Your Highness, Princess, may you live in harmony, and have a baby soon. Should I move the princess to the outer room? Never mind, let her sleep here. She is a pitiful child, too. Your Highness seems in good spirits today. She said it's a final surge. The prince's health. Is it still not working? It's not great, but he seems stronger than the last 2 days. It seems the marriage worked. Congratulations, Seventh Highness. The Emperor said if Your Highness is really unwell, I should take these documents back. If you are feeling better, I will leave them. I'll collect them tomorrow once you finish. He's still unwell, but at least he isn't getting worse. If only we could keep it like this. We've stabilized him. But to get any better, he needs to leave the capital for the hot springs. The Changchun Garden Springs are highly effective for this illness. I will decide once I feel a bit better. Hey, who do those guys actually report to? Who knows? But it's definitely not the Emperor or Empress. Are you crazy? Who wears wedding robes the day after their wedding? Then what am I supposed to wear? Didn't you bring any clothes from home? Where is your wet nurse? Doesn't her wet nurse have clothes in her dowry chest? What are you waiting for? Change her eunuch. Quan, it's not that we won't, it's that her father really didn't bring any clothes. There is the outfit she wore back from xianxia, but it's torn and completely unwearable. Didn't you bring any clothes from home? Where is your wet nurse? Her wet nurse. Does her wet nurse not have clothes in her dowry chest? What are you waiting for? Hurry up and change her eunuch. Quan, it's not that we won't change her, but her father really didn't bring any clothes. There is the outfit she wore back from xianxia, but it's so torn, it's completely unwearable. Her family didn't even bring her clothes. That family is too much. Has Yue Jingrong lost his mind? She is. The princess. You actually remember, she's the princess. Since she is my princess, why didn't the estate prepare clothes for her? The tailor is already here waiting outside. Because the wedding was so rushed, we only met the princess yesterday and didn't have time to prepare. Go get measured by him. We will buy you some dresses to wear for now. Okay, you really should head back to the palace now. No rush. I've already had the servants ready the carriage. Once the princess is measured and changed, I'll take her to the palace to pay respects and serve tea to the emperor and empress. Do what? Serve tea to the emperor and empress. Don't you know this basic rule? Shouldn't a new bride meet her in-laws the next day? Our lady was sent away at birth. No one at the old estate taught her. This isn't about whether she was taught. No, it's just that I'm only a bride brought in to ward off illness. Do I really need to do this? Don't you want things to go well? Why are you so unmotivated? When other princesses marry, they can't wait to run to the palace to meet their in-laws. That is the emperor and empress. But look at you, you actually don't want to go. Remember when the first prince married? Before his princess even stepped inside the estate, she knelt right at the entrance facing the direction of the palace and kowtowed 3 times to the emperor and empress, calling them royal father and royal mother. When the second prince married his princess before dawn the next day, was already waiting at the palace gates. She prostrated herself all the way inside. She didn't just serve tea, she even prepared their lunch herself. The third prince's princess is incredibly skilled at embroidery. Over the years, she sent countless hand-sewn clothes to the palace, all featuring double-sided stitching, supposedly, a skill she mastered since childhood. But when it comes to effort, no one beats Lady Di from the Ministry of Revenue to marry the fourth prince. She ran to the palace every other day. She called Consort Yi mother right away, and even danced for her sweet-talking Consort Yi into almost treating her like her own daughter. Wow, is it really that competitive? Listen, you are no longer just the Yue family's foster daughter. You are the official, proper princess of Li. Even though last night, the royal doctor said the prince's condition didn't worsen and is stable, you've actually done a great deed. Now that you've married into the Li estate, we're family. As servants, we must look out for our master. Tell me what talents do you have I can? Cut pig grass. She really can cut pig grass, and she's actually very good at it. Shut your mouth. Are you two trying to anger me to death? Since when is cutting pig grass a talent? Where, in the capital, is there any pig grass for her to cut? If she cuts pig grass, who is she going to feed it to? There are no pigs in the capital. Eunuch. Quan, please stop scolding. The new princess was sent to the countryside as a child, so she hasn't seen much of the capital. It's only normal for her to be scared and nervous. How about we ask Aunt Xianxia to return to the palace and speak with the empress? Ask Her Majesty to excuse this ritual, given our estate's special circumstances. Yes, excuse it. I'm still so dizzy right now. Oh dear, I can't. I'm dizzy. What's wrong? She doesn't want to go to the palace to serve tea to the emperor and empress. Is a lucky charm bride, even a real princess. That maid just said we didn't have to go. That maid. Can you even tell good people from bad? Was she really looking out for you? What loyal servant doesn't push their master to do better? Whether I do better doesn't matter. Then what matters? Staying alive is what matters. It's not your survival that matters most. It's the 7th prince's. And look, isn't he alive right now? Really? But someone wants him dead. Did you know there are people in this estate who want him dead? I know. Otherwise he wouldn't have been sick for all these years. Then why aren't you thinking of a way? Are you crazy? None of you could do anything. The royal doctors couldn't do anything. The emperor and empress couldn't do anything, and now you expect a lucky charm princess like me to help. Are you kidding? Go ask what the Yue family did to me for 16 years. As for embroidery or dancing, do I know any of that? How am I supposed to please the emperor and empress? Your Highness, please speak to the princess. She should at least show her face in the palace. First of all, who said you aren't a real princess? Second, since this rule exists, you should visit the palace. Just go. My mother is also there, worrying about us. Can you go see her for me? Go empty-handed, just bring your most sincere wishes. Well, all right, you've already consummated the marriage, so why are you still shy around him who consummated anything with him, his body? And your body are completely unfit for consummation. Hurry up and change. So she is pretty, but a bit foolish. She might just be a beautiful, useless thing. Eunuch Quan has sharp eyes. Yes, exactly. Don't you think this is a case of extremes meeting? Everyone said the Yue family's child would curse Huayr. But who knew that after she married him, Huayr's illness actually stabilized? This lucky marriage really worked for... This alone I must reward her. Reward whom? The Yue family's child or your beloved noble consort Ye? Yu, what are you saying? We are talking about the Yue family's child. What does the consort have to do with this? Don't think I don't know. You originally disagreed with marrying the Yue family's child into the Li estate. It was only after Ye Mengshu said a few words that you agreed. So, are you doing this for Hua's sake or just blindly obeying Ye Mengshu? Obeying her, I judge matters on facts, not people. This has nothing to do with the consort. We've reached Xianxia Palace. We're here where you slept with him all night, still not awake. Not awake. If I really spent the night sleeping with him, I probably wouldn't even be able to get out of bed right now. Are the Emperor and Empress here? Has Consort Jin arrived yet? The Emperor is here, but Consort Jin isn't. Heard she's sick again. Her health is really worrying. Pull yourself together and let's go in. Go on. Imperial Father, Imperial Mother. Please accept this tea, Father and Mother. Step forward a bit, holding it back there. Who on earth can reach it? I heard you were sent away from the capital the day you were born, and raised in your hometown, then married into the Li mansion right after returning. It's only natural you don't know the etiquette. You poor child. Honestly, back then, we didn't believe in superstitions like curses, but we couldn't easily interfere in a courtier's family affairs. But anyway, it's in the past. The imperial physician says Hua's illness has passed the critical stage. If we can maintain this, the marriage to ward off the illness was a success. Now, we almost have to believe in these superstitions. Don't you agree? Haha. My child, you must take good care of Hua. He is my most beloved son. I ask for nothing else from this marriage, only that he has a companion. Child. Since you married Hua, we are family. Though he isn't my birth son, I raised him myself. It's always broken my heart that I couldn't make his health better. Even after he was enfeoffed and moved out, I worried about him every single day. But now, thankfully, you are here to care for him so I can rest easy. But Banban, even though the 7th prince is sick, you are healthy. When he can't handle public matters, you must step up. You'll need to do this and that and then that and this. Father, if I have to do this, that, and all of that, I won't be able to care for the 7th prince properly, let alone keep him company. He might not see me from morning to night. Father is doing this and that. More important, or is the 7th prince more important? Listen to me on this, begging him won't help. A princess consort must act like a princess consort. They're actually fighting inside Xianxia Palace right now. What's going on is court adjourned. Yu, you need to fix your temper. Banging on tables all the time is not good. Your Highness, how could you yawn like that? How could you yawn right along with the Emperor? Apologize to Her Majesty this instant. I'm sorry. I promise never to do it again, Mother. Please forgive me, Father. I didn't mean to yawn with you. It was just a coincidence. Actually, you're right. Taking good care of Hua is what's most important. My Hua must live a long life. I know he has to live well. I raised him myself. Would I ever harm him? Then why did you assign Banban so many chores? Are they playing house in the mansion? Can royals play house? Do you think everyone is as unmotivated and lazy as you? Always trying to slack off and play tricks. Banban is actually a very hard-working child. Now get out. Go find your consort Ye and live with her family. Stop bringing up the yes. They have absolutely nothing to do with this. You weren't scared, were you? Princess, don't worry. This happens all the time. He acts tough now, but he'll be back tonight to coax her. He's never won a fight in years. But Princess, it's partly your fault. How did you fall asleep on your very first day? Anyone would be mad after that yawn. I told you I didn't want to come, but you insisted. All right, I won't blame you. We can't stay at Xianxia Palace now anyway. Let me take you to Jingxu Palace to visit Consort Jin. Princess Li, Her Highness the Imperial Noble Consort requests your presence. No need for such politeness in my palace. I am truly delighted to see Chenghua's wife today. You feel so familiar from the very first moment. Perhaps it is fate. It's such a pity. If only I had known how wonderful you are. I would have begged the Emperor to marry you to the 8th prince, but marrying Chonghua is fine too. He is easily the most handsome of all the princes. If I ever see the Marquis of Anyuan, I will demand justice for you. How could such a sweet child have such a miserable life? Your Highness is far too kind to give me such a precious gift on our very first meeting. It is only what you deserve. Are there any other freebies? Uncle Quan, why are you tugging at me? Her Highness and I get along so well. If I leave Lantai Palace empty-handed, what will people think? Won't they call Her Highness stingy? Just make sure to live happily with the 7th prince and take good care of the Li mansion. Her Highness has treated you so well. You must show gratitude, Princess, and not be ungrateful. Oh my, how did it turn out like this? Nanny, don't look back. Keep walking forward, let me see. Something is definitely wrong. I can't believe it's actually that disease. The poor Nanny is just too pitiable. Princess Lee, what on earth are you talking about? I'm saying you are gravely ill, Nanny. If you delay any longer, you'll be in serious trouble. Princess Lee, what are you saying? I take 2 more steps. Oh, yes, it's exactly the same. What's the same? Well, there are some things I'm not sure I should say. Say it. All right, then I'll tell you. Nanny, your leg seems to have a major problem. Back in my village, we had someone just like this, whose leg would swing in circles. You can't usually tell, but when it flares up, it starts swinging. What my leg swings, no one has ever said that in all my years. But I'm an honest person. Since Her Highness is so good to me, I can't be an ungrateful wretch. With no conscience, I have to pay her back. If you are happy, Her Highness is happy. If she is happy, the Emperor is happy. If the Emperor is happy, the Empress is anyway. I just want to repay Her Highness. So that's why I pointed out your illness. Where on earth am I sick? Which leg? Your right leg. Your right knee joint is slightly dislocated. Luckily, we caught it early. Any later, and you'd be crippled for life. Take a couple of steps, sick or not. Let's see you walk, and let's see if it swings. Take a couple of steps right here. Oh my, why is it swinging? Why won't my leg listen to me? What on earth is happening? Is it because you feel like that sick leg has no strength and you can't walk steadily without swinging it? Sai, I only spoke up because I felt a connection with you. I'm doing this for your sake and Her Highness's. Oh, what a good child, what a good child. Our Princess Lee here. I was just a foolish old woman speaking out of turn. Please don't take it to heart. You are truly a saint. She clearly has a heart of gold. Though she might not be as sharp as you, Your Highness, she is indeed very sweet. But this is the most valuable thing on me, Princess. Please take it. My bad legs won't let me walk you far. Nanny, go back and rest. May good people live in peace. How? How did it go numb? Simple, if I tap you here, you'll go numb too. That's a pressure point. Then why is he walking in circles? Isn't that how people walk when their leg is numb? So a perfectly fine person was just tricked into a limp by you, haha. And he even wished you peace. It's not that we neglected Consort Jin on purpose. It's just that. She is naturally quiet and aloof, and she dislikes crowds, which is why she dismissed many servants. Actually, Consort Jin is a highly favored consort. You will understand when you meet her shortly. I have never seen such a gorgeous beauty. Please don't kneel. I don't care about formalities. This is the 7th Prince's princess, the 2nd daughter of Marquis Anyuan. I brought her to the palace today for you to see Your Highness. Oh, I got lost in thought. Don't laugh. You look just like your mother. I thought Shuken had returned. I am so grateful you went to Lee Manor to accompany Huire at a time like this. I never thought that after 16 years, Shuken and I would still share this bond. Your Highness. Your Highness, aren't you afraid I might curse the 7th Prince? First, you are Shuken's child. She and I grew up together, so my heart only aches that she lost you. And I won't blame her child for cursing mine. Second, what curse? I don't believe in that nonsense. You've suffered so much. Back then, I sent word to your family, but they still refused to bring you back. I prepared a gift. This top box has things my mother gave me before I entered the palace. If you have a son, take these heirlooms out of the palace, below. Contains banknotes. I don't have much cash, and Huire always needs medicine. Shukin's child is my child. I treat you just like Huire. Your Highness, rest assured. The physician saw him today and said, his illness can be managed. Royal Mother, rest. Assured. I will definitely take good care of the 7th Prince. Shukin never heard you call her mother, yet you call me Royal Mother. I am truly overjoyed. Besides, children find their own destiny as they grow. If you stay healthy, you can ease his worries. Royal Mother, do you understand? I do. The Emperor and Empress always said that too, but I never listened. Today I will listen to you. When others say it, Huire is still left all alone in Lee Manor. But when you say it, it is different. You are actually there to keep him company in Lee Manor, so I'm willing to listen. You have a conscience speaking kindly to Consort Jin. She really is so pitiful. In the future, visit the palace often to keep her company. Today was a good harvest of meeting gifts. I got money and saw 3 consorts, but not one invited me to stay for a meal. I'm starving. This palace is massive. I must have walked 20,000 steps. Why do they live so far apart? Doesn't the Emperor get tired walking back and forth? Not everyone does, just these few. Consort Jin prefers quiet and asks to live far away. The Empress and noble consort, you'd never get along. The Emperor feared they would fight, so he kept them far apart. What a hassle. Lee Manor is great. I used to be a master of trash talk. Ha ha, careful, there, don't trip. The Imperial Kitchen missed the deliveries for Lantai and Jingshu palaces. Yue Banban. What do you mean? Don't tell me the prince wants to eat these. Yesterday the steward asked what he liked, so I thought, and spent all night writing it down. Bear paws and deer tails are out of the question, but looking at this, you clearly love meat. Tonight I'll get you a pork knuckle. Also make some pigeon goji soup for my blood. Close the door on your way out, pants down. Next time, could you just say it's acupuncture instead of pants down? It's just acupuncture. Why are you blushing? I'm not even embarrassed. If you stopped looking at me with that rogue staring at a peasant girl expression, I wouldn't be blushing either. You're just being petty. When I met Consort Jin today, I looked at her like this too. She let me look without a word. Yet you get annoyed after a few glances. This is so awkward. Why aren't I awkward? Because you aren't, I have to be. Yes, I saw Royal Mother. You look so much like Consort Jin. She said I look like my mother too, and they were close friends. Hearing about my mother for the first time made me really happy. Oh, and don't worry, Royal Mother is fine. I checked her pulse and she promised to take care of herself. You too keep a good mindset, and your illness will clear up quickly. All right. Nanny, you too. Need to advise your mistress. Eating well is fine, but being so unmotivated won't do. The Empress specifically mentioned this today. She must take it to heart. I'll tell her right after dinner. This foodie, this won't do. No Marquise's daughter acts like this. I'll make her change. Look, the 7th prince is the sick one, not you. You can walk. How can you as a servant be so? Clueless. The prince is sick and can't even get up. If I showed off how wide the world is to him, it'd be like describing music to the deaf or bragging about my legs to a cripple. Showing off legs, isn't that just hitting him where it hurts? How could you say that our princess is so kind? Her life is hard, but she's so sweet. Back home in Anhui, when the backyard pigs wouldn't move, she'd make them exercise, terrified they'd get too fat and get slaughtered. Should we call the imperial physician to check on you, or do you want to eat something? Just drink some warm water. Did my acting look real? Very real. I barely cough. Now, just a bit tired after walking, but nothing serious. Yes, the swelling is completely gone. No more acupuncture starting today. But the physicians visit constantly. We need a plan. Your act works from a distance, but up-close exams will expose you. What do you think? You're right? When I went to the palace, I noticed the Empress and noble consort. You really don't get along. Do we have reason to suspect Consort Yue poisoned you back then? You've only been here a few days and already figured that out. Smarter people. Noble consort. Yeah, wouldn't do anything easily exposed. On the surface, she's always gentle and smiling, right? But that day she gave me a bracelet. It looked totally normal. But inside the beads is musk powder. She's terrified you'll have an heir. Then why do you wear it daily? Take it off. Don't worry, it won't hurt me. And it won't hurt you either. I know what I'm doing. It's too nice to throw away. Let's find a way to cash it out. Cash it out. Do I look like a con artist? Besides, I'm the one trapped inside your manor's barrier. I can't even get close to the gate, let alone leave. So how do you plan to turn these beads into money? Just watch. You mentioned the Yi family's young mistress is pregnant and her birthday is in 3 days. They're hosting a banquet. Nanny was right. I must act like the Princess of Li. So I must go, but I don't have any decent gifts except this bracelet. I'm sure the young mistress will wear a gift from noble consort, constantly. Steward, prepare a new dress for me. Just wait. Before the banquet, Consort Yi will send someone to get these beads back, but she's proud, so she won't do it directly. Are you afraid? Does your family know you're this clever? No, I just want to lie down. I haven't rested all day. Are you really going to the Yi banquet? What choice do I have? We reap what we sow. Thank you for taking care of our princess all these years, that she could survive in the countryside. Is all thanks to you. Li Manor will treat you well from now on. You aren't pregnant, are you? Your Highness, you've suffered so much being sick and marrying this girl. He has no heart. No, Yue Banban. I am not pregnant. I just take this book away. Get it out of my sight. But you are Princess Li, now the official wife of a prince. If you do not study, aren't you ashamed? Eunuch Quan tries to persuade her to study. Heaven strike you down, that is complete nonsense. If she does not want to study, then let it be. Not all princesses must look the same. Your Highness, you cannot shield her like this. It will ruin her. Look at her fine, put the book down. Later I will teach her myself. I will read to you, all right. Read. What it is not like I actually want to read anyway. Isn't how we are now already perfect? Why read these books? Besides, look at all the books he brought over. Which one is actually useful for my self-improvement? See, what did I tell you? That matron you completely bamboozled back at the palace has personally arrived. She is still pretty quick on her feet. After 3 days of difficult labor, the first madame finally gave birth. Oh no, the seventh. Prince is gravely ill and comatose. He is slipping away. The child born to the first madame is highly unlucky. The newborn, before her mother could even hold her once, was hurriedly taken by the wet nurse onto a carriage and sent back to her ancestral home in Anhui. Coincidentally, ever since then, Yue Banban's reputation of having an inauspicious fate. This is wonderful. The seventh prince has finally woken up. Madame, the rumors about that girl's cursed fate have already spread everywhere.